Hey guys, I hope you're all well. Happy New Year. I haven't made a video yet for a while now because I've actually been away. However, I'm glad to be back, and this is actually the first full day I've been back and I'm already making a video because I'm excited to talk to you guys about a little bit. So today I'm talking about a company that very much excites me, and this is a company called RotoGrow with the ticker code RGI. Now this is a company I've invested in, and since I've invested in this, I've lost a lot of money, unfortunately. However, I'm still holding on because I really do find this company very interesting. I think it's very innovative and it has a lot of potential. And I think now with the price it's at, I think it's a potential buy now. So now this is a company in the cannabis industry. However, what I like about this company is they're really innovating the way that marijuana is grown. So first of all, I just wanted to state, I think the cannabis industry is going to be huge. I think that this is something most people should be trying to invest in because it has a lot of potential. However, the reason I like RotoGrow personally is because it has a rotational garden system. And they have patented this, and this really is great for urban agriculture. So in my eyes, everything about this company seems promising. So I'm going to talk about that today, and hopefully you can look into this yourself and maybe decide whether you want to invest too. So before I go into the balance sheets and the capitalization of the business, I wanted to talk about what the business actually does and what their business model is. So now, like I stated, RotoGro has patented a design, and I'll put that up here because I actually think it is incredible, and it really just gives a bit of an insight into how the future is going to be. So now, this design has a lot of advantages when it comes to growing cannabis. So first of all, they have a yield advantage, and this yield advantage shows a very comparable, very impressive yield advantage. I'll put a chart up here and you can see how incredible it is in comparison to the standard way cannabis is grown. Now this has an additional increased yield due to its design. So now I'm not very science-minded, I'm not very academic, so I really couldn't tell you exactly how this works. However, something to do with how the drum rotates allows the CO2 to work in its favor, apparently growing this marijuana much better than the standard way of having one bench. However, I'm not really interested in how it works, I'm more interested in the results it delivers, which seems incredible. So straight away you've got that advantage of the increased growth, which obviously shows a lot of advantage in the industry because you really do want to be having as much growth as possible. That's a no-brainer. Obviously, for any sort of agricultural work, you obviously want as much efficiency as possible. However, where I really see the potential in this company is with this. Now, I'll put up a chart showing this because I really do get excited by this every time I see it. It really is incredible, and it shows a lot of promise for me because I think that the way the world's going, this is really going to innovate and help the world. I think that obviously the demand for marijuana is just going up. We can see this in a lot of countries, and I think that we really do need more supply of marijuana as more and more of it's being used for medicine. And at the same time, we're losing a lot of space on our planet because we've realized that we don't have unlimited space. Now, we're going into a lot of urban agriculture. And that is something that's been very tricky. We've been trying to do vertical gardens, vertical farming, all of that stuff, and often there's a lot of disadvantages. However, RotoGrow has come up with a way to do vertical farming and somehow increase the amount of yield. Now I find that honestly amazing, and I'll put up the chart like I said, and you can see here that you can get 12 times the yield with the same floor space, the same square meterage, just vertical. And that really is, in my opinion, super innovative, and it's honestly going to boom because this is something we're going to need. Increase in the demand is going up and the supply is going down, and then RotoGrow comes in with a solution for all that. Honestly, this company is going to perform well. In my eyes, I've got a lot of confidence. However, you can't take what I say 100%. Now, do your own research, please. I beg you, don't take my word for everything I say because I don't want to lose you any money and I don't want to hold responsibility for that. However, if you make millions from this and you're living in the Bahamas in 5 years, I'm more than happy to take all responsibility. Now, In all seriousness, please do your own research into this company. I think it would be worthwhile taking a look at whether you invest in it or not. I just think that it's something that you should look into because it's not very spoken about in Australia right now. And I'm honestly surprised by that, and I think that in half a year's time, this will be spoken about a bit more. I think that this company is a little bit of like a mid to long term game. I think that I'm going to need to hold this for a couple of years before I see any significant results. However, for all I know, that in 1 year we could already be seeing a lot of growth in this stock price. Now, honestly, this just keeps getting better and better to me. It excites me every time I look at the website and every time I read into this company. This is also fully automated. The way the world's going, we want more and more automation. It's what businesses need and what businesses want. It saves a lot of money on employment. The way everything's going, all manufacturing today is automated, and now we're getting into automatic agriculture for the most promising industry in agriculture, in my opinion. So this really, in my eyes, is just the most promising company I've probably seen. And I know that that's probably going to change, and I'm probably going to find something that I like more. People's minds change a lot. However, this is something I've got a lot of confidence in, and I don't think I'm going to regret buying. So now I want to talk about why I'm interested in this, and it's not because I'm that interested in marijuana, because that's not what my interest is. This isn't just an industry that I think is very powerful. The reason I'm interested in it is because it is the most innovative company I've seen for a while with realistic use. There are a lot of innovative companies. BrainChip, which I made a video on last, a couple days after I made that video, it went up 60%. Now, I don't think I'm a genius for calling that out. I really don't, because it's not like I'm Einstein or anything. I'm not Warren Buffett. I can't see all this stuff before it happens. I just got lucky in saying that. I wish I actually invested in that because it really did well. The only reason I think it did well is, except for the reasons it's obviously a strong and promising company, it's innovative, and we need innovation. The camera I'm recording with came from innovation. The computer or phone you're watching this video with is innovation. And YouTube, the platform I put this video on, is all innovation. Innovation is really what's keeping the world going. It's why the human race is performing so much stronger than any other animals on the planet. It's because we know how to innovate. We know that we can set goals and work towards them. Other animals, mammals, all these creatures can't do that, but we can. Innovation is what keeps the world going. Now, I know I sound like I'm sort of a spokesperson for RotoGro, but honestly, innovation is what interests me. I'm interested in business. One day, I want to innovate this world myself. I want to do something important and then leave the world knowing that I've created something for the future. So, companies with innovation do excite me. Especially something like a penny stock, to me, when it comes to innovation, shows a lot of promise. We always see innovation performing well. Especially innovation within tech, it's been performing very well, and that's what gets all the talk in the last couple of years. Tesla has done incredible this year. The numbers came out the other day, and it honestly is incredible, but that's because they've innovated towards what we wanted. People want a greener way to live in this world, and by having a green electric vehicle, they've made a lot of money. They've very much excited the world, and they've supplied us with innovation. And I have no doubt in a few years we're all going to be driving Teslas. We're going to be driving some form of electric vehicle, and Tesla is going to be there as one of the bigger companies. So I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but that is why I'm excited by RotoGro. So now I want to talk about RotoGrow's finances, because obviously with a company that in my eyes has so much promise, you need to take into account the finances, especially because it's a penny stock. You see penny companies, small caps, collapse all the time because of finance. So let's talk about their finances. So with all that promise in innovation, like I stated, in such a promising industry, get this small cap company, unlike most other small cap companies, has no debts. None at all. They have liabilities, of course, however, they have no debts, and I think that that's incredible. I'll put up a balance sheet now. It is a very, very healthy company, and that just really excites me so much more than anything, because it's a company I think is not going to go down because of finance. It's a company that I don't think is going to go down because it has no sort of space in the market, because it definitely does. It's in such a promising industry, and I know I've said promising so much in this video, and I'm sorry for that. I repeat myself too much. However, this is promising. Now, primarily, RotoGro has mostly long-term assets. Now, that's always a good sign when it comes to a business, because it shows a lot of health, and at the end of the day, you want a lot of long-term and short-term assets. Now, RotoGro hasn't had any debts for the last 5 years, and I know debts can sometimes be good debts. However, having no debts isn't exactly bad. It's obviously incredible, and it's great to see a small company having no debts. Now, RotoGro is still unprofitable. However, that's not exactly something uncommon to see with small cap companies, and I really do think that you shouldn't be judging a company this small whether it's profitable or not. Most companies can take a long time to make a profit. So with that being said, I don't think you exactly should be disregarding RotoGro because it's unprofitable, because majority of small caps are unprofitable. It's very hard to turn a profit unless you're doing something with very little overheads, such as an online business. Now, in an industry as expensive to be in as RotoGro is in, which is machinery and cannabis, it's not exactly something that surprises me that they're unprofitable. There's a lot of overheads when coming up with all these ideas, when inventing and manufacturing these different designs. So it's no surprise to me that they aren't profitable yet. However, I have no doubt that once they're breaking even, they're going to be making a lot of profits. Now, the market cap for RotoGro is 13.9 million. So you can see it's still a relatively small company, but I'd say that that's a healthy size for the company. I think that that's something I'm happy with. Now, in the last 3 months, we haven't seen any insider selling, which is a good sign. The stock price has been going down quite a bit, so I'm actually surprised to see that the owners haven't sold off. Well, when I say that, I'm not surprised to see that because I've just talked about why I think this is such a promising company. However, that obviously shows that the owners and big company investors also see this as promising, which is always a good sign. However, with that being said, in the last 3 months, we also haven't seen any insider buying, so they have just been holding on from the looks of it. Now, the latest price for RotoGro is 6.1 cents a share. The net average trading price for this company is 8.4 cents per share, so right now I believe this is undervalued. And I believe that that means it's a good opportunity to buy in. I personally would be buying in more because of the price right now. I bought at a much higher price than it is now. However, I'm still holding on, and I'd actually consider buying more due to the fact I still see a lot of promise in this company. I haven't sold any yet, I'm just holding on, and I would invest more. However, I understand I can't put all my money into this one company, because obviously it still does hold risk, and I need to diversify a little bit into ETFs and blue chips at the same time. With that being said, I personally believe this is definitely a buy now of a company, and I believe that you should take a look into this, and if you're looking to invest your money somewhere, maybe consider investing in this once you've done your research. Thank you all for watching the video. I'm sorry if this went a little bit too much longer than I expected. I really appreciate if you've watched all the way through though, and I hope that this company has excited you as much as it's excited me. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really would make my day and mean a lot to me. Thank you all. See you later.